All right, people. Welcome back to the Earpoolers podcast, episode 2. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, we're back and we're better than ever. Yeah, episode 1 went pretty well. We had a couple controversial opinions that have spread around a little bit.
So it's
Um,
done quite well on social media. The first post reached about 800 non-follower accounts, and that's without any like boost or anything like that. So it's pretty insane, and we're getting some good support. So
yeah, it's pretty impressive for a podcast that only just came out, I think.
yeah.
Where it's only going to go up from here. So
Today's going to be even more controversial. So don't you guys worry about that.
yes, of course.
It's so today it's going to be me and Dylan. We're going to share two of our NBA hot takes each. So two opinions that are probably not very like widely accepted as like correct.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do our performance of the week for the last week. So from this is Tuesday, so from last Thursday and between then like our performance of the week.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the picks again. So we're only doing 5 games today because 13 was a bit much last week. So Bucks
Yeah,
v Mavs, Lakers v Sixers. Yeah, it was too
it was a
much.
very
And
long
we got
podcast.
Suns v Pelicans, Cavs v Kings, and Celtics v Warriors. And then finally, we're going to do something a bit different, which we might do on different episodes, which is basketball lineups, but with different random things. So we're going to get into that later. But
Yeah, we'll talk about that
first,
later on.
first we're going to start with our hot takes each. So, Dylan, do you want to go first with your first one?
I'll go. Okay, so my two hot takes, I've got one that I genuinely believe in, and one
Yeah,
that I think will piss Tom off because I feel like I needed to do that. So I'll
what's
start
the
with
first one?
I'll start
You
with the
go
one
first, and then
I
I'll do another one.
genuinely believe in. Um, it's that the Kings will make the playoffs and could potentially win a playoff series. I think this. Okay, I'll give my reasoning behind this.
Yeah.
The beam. This it's all
Okay.
they need. The beam will carry them to the playoffs. They're gonna win a playoff series because they're just gonna get four beams lit up in the air and they're gonna win.
You
It's
had me in the first half. This is, I'm not gonna lie.
look, let's be real here. The culture has changed a lot with the new coaching under Mike Brown. He came from a really talented Warriors team. He he knows what it's like to win and he knows what it's like to get it done under stressful circumstances when he's had to step in for guys like well, for Steve Kerr when he got sick and stuff like that. He's had to step in when the Warriors really needed him and get them some wins. So him and his coaching staff have really changed the culture there. Um, and I genuinely believe that they have the talent to make a push. Domantas Sabonis is playing really solid. He's a really good big guy for them. He's shown that he's consistent. He's not really an on and off guy. Obviously, De'Aaron Fox is he's there. He's balling out. He's doing really well. And guys like Davion Mitchell and Malik Monk coming off the bench and being productive for them. I think they could do it. They
I'm
could
not
make the
buying it.
playoffs, and I think they could win a series.
You you had me in the first half, but I just don't see them winning a playoff series. I see them maybe winning 2 games in a first round series, but I do not see them winning it all.
Look, it's
They're a good team, but they're young and they're just not there. They most of that team has little to no experience in the playoffs. I just don't even
experience
see
doesn't
them
matter. Hey,
winning a series.
the Celtics made a
And
finals run off
the
of not much
okay,
experience.
but they're gonna be at least like a 6 to 8 seed. And what top three team in the West are they gonna beat? Are they gonna beat the Suns? No. Are they
I
gonna
think
beat
they
the
could.
Nuggets? Gonna beat the Nuggets? No. Are they gonna beat the Pelicans? Maybe. Probably not.
I think
But
they have the potential to beat a team like the Nuggets if if you can limit Jokic. But
mm,
think about the Suns here. The Suns have proven that they're top tier choke artists, and that when it comes down to it, that they're not there. They're not ready. And like you said
mm,
about Mister CP, get his fat ass off the court. He's not ready. He's too old. He can't do it.
yeah,
I think the Kings,
yeah,
if they were faced up against a team like the Suns, they could definitely do it.
yeah, definitely. Okay. You ready for my one?
I'm ready
I
for your
reckon
first
this is
take.
gonna piss you off.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one I do believe, and it is that Anthony Davis and LeBron are still the best and most talented duo in the West, but they just do not have the supporting cast like they did in their finals run in 2020. I have to say this is let's be real. Let's be real. When Anthony Davis has been healthy, which wasn't last season, but for that they them two have been balling out together, especially now. Like I know I talked quite a lot of trash about the Lakers last season, but it seems since they must have watched the podcast and got a fire in their belly. But like LeBron, 36 years old, was tied for most points average in the league last season. Anthony Davis is still a monster. Even he's been injured, and it seems like he's finally back to health, and he's just playing amazingly. He's probably a front runner almost for Defensive Player of the Year. I think they're both two unicorns to it, two of the like most hyped prospects to ever come into a draft. Anthony Davis and LeBron, the chosen one. I still wholeheartedly believe that they are the best duo in the West and the most talented, but they're just supporting cast doesn't reflect that.
See,
Um,
see, I
but
don't
like,
know.
but like, what other duo in the West is more talented and
in
better
the
than them
West,
in the West?
like, and that are talented right now.
Yeah, and better.
I kind of see your
Exactly,
point. I do
exactly. Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
see
yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
you could make a case
Who can we name?
for a guy like Stephen Draymond, but this is mostly carried
No,
by Steph Curry. Draymond is not putting up 80 numbers,
Draymond.
obviously, but
Draymond
like
ain't do nothing.
obviously you could say CP3 and Devin Booker, but CP3 is not playing. Um,
CP3. You know how I feel about
Jokic and Jamal
CP3.
Murray
Jamal Murray.
potentially,
No,
but Jamal Murray's not the same.
but
Um,
he doesn't put up the numbers LeBron and AD do. They both put up close to 30 points a game each.
yeah. What about Ja Morant, Desmond Bain? They're both putting up solid numbers. They're a good team in the West.
Yeah, but they're still not the best and most talented. They're
I
still
think
not. They yeah,
I think you could
if you said
definitely
that
make a
one,
case for that
if you
take.
said if you said Ja and Desmond Bain, you're gonna hate my next take even
Oh
more.
Lord. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
but
so
I don't know.
I can.
I just can't name it. I
It's
just can't
definitely
name two.
like it's
Like the
yeah.
Warriors.
You can definitely
Stephen who?
right now nobody, but
Exactly.
Stephen Wiggins maybe because hey, Wiggins is shooting
Stephen a
40
3-1 lead.
percent from three.
Steph Curry in a 3-1 lead, the most
Hey,
dynamic duo in the
6 years
NBA.
ago, bro. 6 years ago.
I know 6 years ago. I know 6 years ago. No,
Yeah. Hey,
but like I
you
just
blew a
can't
3-1
name.
lead.
Like
We beat
no,
you.
no, no. But like
We blew your
yeah, yeah,
3-1
that's
lead.
true. That's true. But then you went to blow another one. But that's for another day.
Hey, at least we made the
But like
finals.
if you think about it, like there's not another duo in the West that is like one's more top heavy than the other. Like you talk about Ja and Desmond Bain, it's too top heavy with Ja. Talk about Steph Curry and anyone else, it's too top heavy with Steph Curry. It's not like we're talking about the East where you have Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, where yeah, Jason Tatum's averaging close to 30, but so is Jaylen Brown. Like I feel like every other duo in the West is too top heavy on one player, like Jokic and Jamal Murray. Who else? Mate, like who would you even consider the best player on the Pelicans?
Zion and Ingram.
Zion and Ingram. But yeah, Brandon Ingram hasn't been as great as he has been other seasons. I just don't see any other duo that's as
I think
talented and better.
it's a good case. I
Mm.
think
Yeah,
it's a good hot take. It's one that you could
definitely,
definitely justify.
definitely. All right, this is no, you go.
Um, this one will really piss you off, I think. But my second one is that Shai Gilgeous Alexander is not a top 10 MVP candidate. While he's off whining about it, bitching and moaning, I'm gonna make my case. Currently, in
What?
the look,
What?
currently he's out of the top 10 in the MVP race. The Thunder look, the last couple years have shown that having a winning team matters for the MVP. Every single MVP that has won the last couple of years have been on a good team, and the Thunder are just they're not good enough to justify having Shai Gilgeous as an MVP example. Like, yes, he is playing really well, and I personally think he is a great player, but the Thunder are just not they're not good enough. They're not a good enough team to justify having him in the top 10. And me personally, the guys that are ahead of him in the MVP race have got better cases than Shai does. They're playing at a good level, but they're on better teams and they're contributing more to winning than Shai is. He is look. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
I'm
I love
gobsmacked. I'm
Shy. I think
gobsmacked.
he's a great player, but
Top 10. Name
I
10
can't
players that are playing. Name 10 players that are
look at the
playing better
top.
than
Look
him
at
this
the ladder.
season.
Look at the
Look,
MVP ladder right
look.
now.
Name 10 name
Literally,
off the
let
top of
me.
your head. No,
Okay,
no, no, no.
let me
Without
pull it
looking
up.
at the
Let me pull
MVP
it.
ladder. Without looking at the ladder, off the top of your head, name name
Name
10
10
players
players.
that are
10
playing better
players.
than him. Look,
Tatum,
look, your Warriors,
Booker,
your Warriors. Hey,
Jokic,
hey, hey, hey.
Giannis, Steph, Ja, Donovan
No, not
Mitchell.
Ja. Not Ja, not Donovan.
I think Ja because this
Not
team's
playing
better.
better. Not playing better though. He's
He
not
is
playing
playing
better.
good, but his team's better.
He's not an MVP. But you said Steph Curry was your honorable mention, but his team's only got 3 more wins than the Thunder.
Yes, but they're in the playoffs. They're in the playoff picture,
The
and the
ra-
Thunder aren't.
the rating champs. They
Steve
they have 2 more. They have 2 more losses than the Warriors. Oh, I'm gobsmacked. I cannot name no, no.
Steve Curry
Donovan
is a
Mitchell,
much better
Sullivan.
player
No,
than Shy,
no,
though.
no, 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 no. Oh my God, this is outrageous. This is outrageous.
That's the point of a
This
hot
is,
take, isn't it? That's the
but
whole
it's
point.
outrageous. That's
Look,
outrageous.
if you look at the
Okay,
ladder right now, he's not top 10, and all the guys that are in the top 10 have good cases for him to be MVP.
he's third in the point. He's third in the league for points. He scored the most points out of anyone this season. Like in the total points in the season, he's scored the most. He's
But
shooting 50% from
he's probably
field
played more
goal.
games than the other guys.
He's not a 3 point shooter. He averages the most drives to the basket in the league, and he's shooting 35% from three for a non-shooter. It's, he's
He's not sold me. He's not sold me. Look,
he's
maybe
plus
he'll prove me wrong, but me personally, by the end of the season, he's not going to be a top 10 MVP candidate. That's just my take. Just
eight,
purely
eight,
because
eight
it's
out of his last 10 games, he scored 31 or more.
and what Steve Curry's probably done the same thing. Similarly.
Yeah, but they've got 3 wins. They just came off a championship and they got 3 more wins. And I don't get it. That's
The
a bad
Warriors are
take.
well known for
That's a
not
bad
starting
take.
well.
It doesn't matter. You said Steph Curry's a better player, but it doesn't matter because like all time, yes, he's a better player, but SGA has been playing better this season than Curry has been playing, and that
But
is a fact.
who's more likely to have a better record at the end of the season?
Well, I'm not right. I'm not sure right now. A quarter away through the season, when the Warriors
The
only have three
Warriors
more
are
wins.
it's so obvious that the Warriors have a much better chance of having a much better record than the Thunder.
Warriors are a playoff team.
Yes,
I
and
mean,
what
a
are the
playoff. They're a
Thunder?
play-in tournament.
The Thunder are
Probably playing at
potentially
best.
playing, potentially not. I
Nah,
think they're
that's
outside of the playing
all right.
at
You want
best.
you want
That's it. That's that's just
all right.
that's a hot take. It's my take.
All right. I just need 1 second here. I just need 1 second. I need
He's
one.
gonna really piss me
No,
off
no,
now.
no, 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 no. Yeah, no. Probably not. Probably not directly, but it might piss you off. But I reckon it won't.
See, this is where I went straight for the heart and went for Shy because I knew it would piss you off, and I thought you'd do the same.
Oh, it's. I just. Oh, I just. I don't. Oh, I just don't. I don't think so. I just. Oh, that's okay. All right. That has got me. All right.
That's
You
that.
want to hear my one?
Yep, sure, go for it.
Ja isn't a top 10 player in the league this season.
I don't even think that's hot. I don't even think
He's
that's a hot take.
actually. I could go as far as 15 to 20. Not even best in the league.
I think you're right. I
10
think
players,
it's
10
a
players I can easily say that's played better. Luca, Jason, Embiid, Jokic, AD, LeBron, SGA, Giannis, Curry, Booker. I could go as far Jalen Brown. That might be a reach. Jalen Brown,
potentially, but I
but like like they started off quite well, but I just like I don't know.
he's
I'm not as big on Jazz. Heaps of other people are. I
I
think
think
he is a little bit overrated.
I think he is slightly overrated. Like he is a good player, don't get me wrong, but he's not getting the same hype as he did last season. Like
Mm.
it's I think it's not even really a hot take in my opinion. I think it's a good
That
take
would
and it's a
definitely make some
justifiable
people
take.
mad.
Yeah,
Some
I
people
think this
get
will make a lot
stat.
of people mad because there's a lot of jar dick riders out there that hop the jar train like like he's Jesus or something. Like
I mean,
it's just he's not playing
like,
as well as he did last year, and he talks all this shit on Twitter, um, and acts like he's a hood man, like he's come from like homelessness
yeah.
and
Dylan's
like
still
came
recovering
from
from
the
the
hood.
50-point loss. The 50-point loss the Grizzlies gave the Warriors
Look,
without Jar. He's still recovering.
I just see he's talked so much trash on Twitter to to the Warriors when they beat them in that playoff series, and then we won the championship. Like it's he can talk the talk, sure, but can he walk the walk? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well that was my second one, but like I could possibly even say maybe top 15 is a stretch, but I definitely not even top 10 for me. But he is what is he sitting in the MVP rankings at
I'm
the
pretty
moment?
sure he was down the bottom of the top 10, I believe, but
Like
who knows?
like
Let's see here.
LeBron, maybe he is played better than LeBron this season, but like Jason Tatum number one, which is I still think is a bit.
I believe in that, just because the
I
Celtics are the best in the East and he's performing well.
True, but I don't know, but I feel like it is Luca because if you take away Luca from that Mavs, what are they?
That's true. It's a good point. Ja is
I
he's
don't think
currently
it should be.
ninth. He is ninth in MVP ranking.
I think just because you're the best player on the best team in the league doesn't make you the MVP, because it doesn't mean you're most valuable because you can't get first in the NBA by just one player. I think if you look at wholeheartedly, Luca has the biggest impact on his team, and if you take him away, the Mavs would be nothing.
Yeah,
That's
I somewhat agree with that, but I also think
mm.
Tatum. You can make a case for Tatum being number one right now.
Curry out of the top five, fell out of the top five.
Just out of the top
Mm.
five. I think he'll stay around there for most of the season. I think, but it will depend on the
Okay.
Warriors.
Jar eight, Jar Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brown above SGA. That is outrageous. I'm sorry. That is outrageous. That,
Oh,
you've got to agree with me. That is outrageous.
it's well, hey, that's my hot take that he's out of the top 10.
But
So
like
personally, I
Jar
mean,
has not played better than SGA. Donovan Mitchell, he started
yes,
off
he
playing better,
has.
but he started off the season. But Jalen Brown has not been playing better than SGA. I love Jalen Brown, but he has not
Yeah,
been playing better than SGA.
he's in Tatum's shadow this season.
Mm. But the thing is, I don't even think the Thunder are like that much worse without SGA playing, to be fair as well. Because like you said against the Spurs, you're like, oh no, SGA, but like the Thunder have got fucking ballers, you know?
They
Not
do,
saying that
they
bias.
do.
Yeah.
But
All right.
all right,
Yeah. Should we
look,
move on?
let's
Is
move
it
on. Let's.
performance of the week? Um, to be fair, um,
I think there's a really obvious answer for this.
I think I think if Dylan you don't have the same, I'm gonna be quiet. Like
I have
I'm gonna
two.
say
I
you're
because
retarded.
I thought it was super obvious that I had to have like a second, like an honorable mention.
Mm. All right, yeah.
But
All right.
do you want me
My
to start or do
first,
you want?
or do we go?
Yeah,
All right,
you go.
I'll see you at the same. I only have one this week, and I think there's no other option apart from Anthony Davis yesterday. 55-17 rebounds, 3 blocks, 41 through 3 quarters. Insane game. Actually, I do have an honorable mention as well. Insane game, insane efficiency. Like it's like crazy when you have a 50-point game, but when you add 17 boards and 3 blocks,
It's
I
just
mean, it's
the
pretty simple.
impact he had on the court for that team really
Mm.
helped them get themselves over a team like the
I,
Wizards.
I'd be surprised if he doesn't fall top three in the Defensive Player of the Year rankings the way
I think
he's
he could
playing, and
definitely make the
also
case.
I reckon
Um,
in a week or two you could see him even top six MVP rankings if he keeps playing like that.
he
And
really
the
is.
Lakers are winning.
He's
Yeah.
like seventh in the MVP rankings now.
Oh,
He cracked the top
here
10
we go.
purely off of like this week.
Oh, I talk smack about the Lakers, but I reckon if they keep it up like this, they could be an easy six,
They've
fifth
turned it
seed.
as soon as we should talk them in our first podcast. They've turned it around. I
I,
don't
I
know
could
how. Like
I
maybe
could I
they were
could
paying attention.
see I could see a fifth to sixth seed, even fourth, if they keep playing like that.
They've turned it around. They definitely
Yeah,
have.
yeah.
Well, my number one was obviously Anthony Davis. You can't deny that he had the best game this week. Like yeah,
Yeah.
55-17 on 22 of 30 shooting, might I add. And insane efficiency. And he's I think the first Lakers player since Kobe to have back to back 40 plus point games, I believe. I think that was what everyone was talking about,
Mm.
which is insane that no one else has done it, to be honest. But
Yeah.
And
And
he's on a tear at the moment. You can't stop him. He's insane. But
mm,
I'll mention my honorable mention because it's a bit of a sleeper. Jose
uh,
Alvarado, 38 points and eight threes off the bench, leading the Pelicans
really?
to a win. 12 of 19 shooting, all of this off the bench. Like it's a damn good performance. Like scoring like 25 off the bench is already pretty good, but almost 40 is it's
Oh,
insane to me
when
personally,
have
and
a
especially with
different
eight threes
for
on that efficiency, I think is worthy of honorable mention for player of the week, performance of
yeah.
the week.
Just saying Anthony Davis, we were um second player with 55 points, 15 or more rebounds and three blocks in a game since Kevin McHale in
That's insane,
1985.
absolutely insane.
Um that's off the back of a 44-point game over the Bucks, which is a pretty big win.
Yeah,
And
when a
my
guy like
honorable mention,
Giannis,
yeah, I thought you were going to go with this, but mine is Devin Booker against the Chicago Bulls. 51 points through three quarters, sat the whole fourth quarter. And no matter how much I hate Devin Booker, that is an insane game. Like 25 points in the first half and 26 more in the third quarter.
it's
That
pretty
is
crazy.
disgusting.
Like that was probably like the other obvious choice you could make, but I wanted to go for a bit of a sleeper. But
Mm.
man,
He shot
he's
20 of
trying.
25.
He's trying to get Bay back. He's trying to get Kendall
Mm.
to just crawl back.
Yeah. Him and CP3
Him and
dynamic duo in
CP3
the
out here trying
Kardashian
to
house.
trying to gild the Infinity Stones.
Yeah, they
Trying to go through the whole family.
they look like Scotty and Pippen. I mean, not I can't speak. They look like MJ and Pippen in that Kardashian household. Going for
They like
numbers.
they're trying to do that Metro Boomin and all his features on the Heroes of Villains, bro.
Yeah, they're
they're
trying to
trying
go
to
for
take over.
quantity not quality.
Exactly.
But
It's
Booker 20 25 from field, 6 or 7 from 3 point range. Second
it's,
player in the last 25 years with 50 points and 80% shooting first through the first three quarters, joining James Harden in 2017.
it's pretty crazy
Mm.
that could happen, but unfortunately,
Yeah.
that Kardashian talk sort of took over that team. They're so corny
Mm.
now.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
feel like they hate this. That people hate the Suns so much
Yeah.
purely because they're so corny.
Yeah.
But like, they're a good team, but
Yeah, they're pretty good.
they
Booker
care too much
has
about the
yeah,
Kardashians than they do about basketball.
Booker has 4 25-point quarters, tied with Kobe for second, most over the past 25 seasons, which is only behind Steph Curry, which has where he has more. I mean, he has 8 more than Booker, so he's at what about 33?
Yeah, he's
33.
Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
Mm, yeah, sweet. So that's performances of the week, but now it's time to move on to these picks. Bucks v Mavs. I'm gonna surprise a few people, and I'm gonna say that the Mavericks take this one. I've got.
Hmm.
I just feel like off that game, Tim Hardaway Jr. How many threes did he hit? Three.
Eight,
I mean,
I
not
think.
three. Eight over a win in the Garden. Luca's. He's always a bit of a moody fella. He's pissed that Jason Tatum's first. He's like, I'm about to show you how a white boy can ball. He's gonna go into Wisconsin, and he's gonna absolutely go off. I reckon. Giannis will have a big game. I reckon, but I think we're due for a big Luka Doncic game again. He's been playing amazingly against the top teams, but horribly against the well, not horribly, but a bit mediocre to the
The
middle
bottom
bottom
feeders.
team. But I reckon the Mavs go in there and take the win. Bobby Portis is playing well off the bench for the Bucks. Chris Middleton's back, Drew Holiday, they're all back. But I don't know why. I just feel the Mavs are going to take this one out.
Well, I'm sticking with the Bucks. Um, nobody can stop Giannis. Like Giannis he's gonna play well. He always does. But honestly, I think Chris Middleton is due for his MJ like performance. Everyone
Mm.
knows that he's so inconsistent. He's either prime MJ
The Kobe
he
lookalike.
or he's like bubble TJ Warren where he's trash now. Like I think he's due for his prime MJ performance. So I think he plays well. He puts up a good stat lines. Giannis is Giannis, and who on the Mavs is going to stop Giannis? Like Christian Wood, sure, he's a pretty good
JaVale
defender, but
McGee.
yeah, JaVale McGee, Mr. Shaq and a fool. I don't see that happening. But look, Luca is going to be Luca. He's going to channel the power of the white boy and just absolutely sauce him. He might as well just be light skinned now. Like it's Luca's going to play well, but the Mavs supporting cast, they haven't stepped up this year. They haven't, other than Tim Hardaway yesterday, none of the supporting cast have proven that they deserve roster spots on this Mavs team. They need their guys to put up solid numbers so that Luka doesn't have to put up like a 60-point triple double just to be competing. So
Mm.
I've got the Bucks.
Yeah, sweet. Lakers Sixers. I've got Lakers taking this. Lakers are on a roll. Anthony Davis plays the way he does. I think it won't be a problem for them. They just need to stick to how they're playing. It's just like so much more ball movement. Getting open. They're shooting. They're finally starting to shoot a lot better. Russell Westbrook. He's some good playmaking. He got a lot of AD involved in a lot of opportunities, which led to a lot of his points. The offense is looking a lot better. The defense finally looks like they're putting a bit of Harden. I see James Harden's back today,
Yeah, I
so there's going to be little to no defense on that end apart from Embiid.
there's going to
Max
be
is
a lot
still
of
out.
a lot of honey bun eating.
Mm, for real. I think if Lakers keep this role, I think they could go into Philly and take a win pretty comfortably over the Sixers.
Yeah, I have to agree with you here. I've got the Lakers. Like I wrote this down before I saw that James Harden was back today. But even with Harden, like all he does is just eat food and pretend he's good at basketball. Like,
And spend money at strip clubs.
yeah, and just go off and
You know who
go
you
off in
are.
town. But look, the Lakers are on a roll right now. They're 8-2 in their last 10. AD's playing at a MVP level. LeBron's at 30. Is he 37? I think he's 37. Playing insanely well. Russell Westbrook's playing well off the bench still. I think the Lakers can go into Philly and just get it done. I think Lakers take this one.
Agreements on that. Next, Suns v Pelicans. Bit of a rematch from last year's first round playoff series where Pelicans surprisingly took the first seed Suns to 6 games, which was a bit
They held their
strange.
own.
But
They held their own
yeah,
considering they were a
I
playing
think
team.
they've got Pelicans are a lot better than they were last season, a lot more healthy. Currently second seed in the West. I,
I don't
I,
know.
I, I,
The
I,
West is crazy.
in my opinion, Zion, CJ's back. Brandon Ingram will hopefully be back by then. I just Booker's amazing. DeAndre Ayton's playing with such efficiency, but I just have a feeling that the Pelicans are going to take this on. Jose Alvarado off a 38-point game, career high. I think they're a much more improved team, young still, but I just think they want some revenge on the Suns, and sorry, Book, you're about to be Zion's son, not Luca's anymore.
About
I
to
just
change. He's about to switch
yeah,
all the youngsters and
I just see Zion absolutely dunking on Booker.
Zion's going to become
I'd
his
love
new
to see that.
stepfather.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
He'll I just
well,
see them winning.
I as much as I like the Pelicans and I think they're a much improved team, I'm backing the Suns on this one. They know that the Pelicans are here for revenge after the playoffs last year. But I'm expecting Booker to play well. I need him to play well for my fantasy anyway, so I have to back my fantasy guys. Look, Aiton's playing well. Booker's an MVP level, obviously. Suns are a well-rounded team. The Pelicans with McCollum back, they're going to put up a fight. I think this is going to be a close game. Zion's going to be dominating the paint, becoming the new stepdaddy to Booker. Yep, sure, but I think Booker will be able to hold his own and step up to his stepdaddy and tell him, "Man, you ain't my real dad. Get out of here with that shit." And yeah, I think the Suns just take this out in a close game though.
Yep, fair enough. Habs versus Kings. I'm still on my trend. Fuck the beam. You know, I like good players on the Kings. Good coach, good shifting culture. But Cavs are just great, solid team. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, all of that. Jarrett Allen, he's hopefully back. Just I just think they're even though they're still quite young team, I think they've got a lot more firepower and a way better defense than the Kings. And I just feel like easy blowout for the Cavs. No beam being lit. No playoff hopes all crushed. gonna get, it's even worse when you like imagine losing a game as the Sacramento Kings and the beam doesn't even get lit, and then it's even worse because you realize you're in Sacramento and you're like, man, this is depressing. Living in Sacktown, you just you lose a game and then you just realize you still live in Sacramento, so you're like, man, it couldn't get any worse. Oh wait, I still live in the shittest city in all of California. Who
I
who
mean,
who
I
even knew
can't deny
Sacramento
that.
was a town in California? Some people had to look that up on a map. Just a terrible city. It's like it's it's like the crevice region of the California. Like that's like where all the waste, all the shit comes out. That's the booty hole of
It's yeah. I
California.
was gonna say that's the bum hole of
Yeah,
California.
fuck the beam. Only in Ohio. Only in Ohio.
Only in a hey,
Cavs getting blown them out only in Ohio.
pause.
Yeah,
Nah, I have to agree with you. As much as I am riding the beam this year, the Cavs are too good. Donovan Mitchell playing still pretty solid. I don't know if he's a top MVP candidate like he was at the start of the season, but he's still playing well on that Cavs team. Darius Garland out there balling, Jarrett Allen. I don't know if Jarrett Allen's back yet. I didn't actually check the injury report, but if he is, then him as well. Kevin Love coming off the bench, becoming a potential six man of the year candidate, balling out of his old age. Um, yeah, look, as much as I love the Kings, like Tom said, they're the asshole of California. No one wants to be living there when you can go to San Fran, literally anywhere else in California, and have a much better time. Probably a better team as well. Um, yeah, I've got the Cavs.
yeah, pretty easy one. Finally, the Sunday special finals rematch, Celtics Warriors. What more do I got to say about my hate for the Warriors? There's a splash brother and now there's a trash brother in Klay Thompson, absolutely washed. It's like when you're carrying around some of your valuables in your pocket and you just leave it in the washing machine and it's absolutely washed, destroyed. That's how Klay Thompson is after his injury, absolutely washed. He's been a shell of his former self. He had 40 points against the bummiest team in the league that is tied for the worst defense in the league. He's his efficiency's been horrible. His defense has been okay, but like it's really Steph Curry. It's really me, myself, and I, Steph Curry. He does everything. Jordan Poole took the money and his basketball skills just absolutely dipped out the window. He's got nice handles, but he has not been playing the way he did last year when he had his contract on the line. Andrew Wiggins has been solid. I'd honestly say he is their second option. That is the door out there in the Golden Bay. It's really Stephen Wiggins. Like honestly, I'd honestly starting Jordan Poole at the shooting guard over Klay Thompson because I just think he's like his glory days are done. I just think he's never going to get back to that level he was. Same with Draymond. James Wiseman, NBA player, he got put down to the G League and he still has the worst plus minus in the G League. He shoots like your uncle at Christmas dinner. Absolutely horrendous, disgusting form. Celtics, what can I say about the Celtics? What can I say about the Celtics? Jason Tatum, amazing, playing amazing. First in the MVP ladder. I might not agree with that, but he's definitely top three there. And when even when he doesn't pick up the pace, Jaylen Brown, you showed in the finals when Jason Tatum doesn't bring it, Jaylen Brown always does. He's an absolute spark plug. Absolutely can get you a bucket. High flyer, can shoot the three ball. Absolutely post to anyone. Malcolm Brogdon off the bench. Big Al Horford, Shrek looking ass. Just got signed for another 2 years. Put him down 2 years right into his father time years. Um, yeah, I don't know. Blake Griffin off the bench, they started him off as center a few times. I just think the Celtics are just firing on all cylinders. My favorite still to win the chip this season, and I just think, you know, smoke. Just want the smoke. I just got Celtics taking this.
Well, thanks for all the hate from my boys, but you really hit me close and personal there. But I'm
I have a
riding out with my
passionate.
boys. I've got the Gold State Warriors. Look at Curry, man, Mister Flight Reacts team. I think the Warriors are looking to prove that they are still at a championship level despite the record not showing it. And a perfect time to do that is against the Celtics, the team that they beat in the finals last year. Steph Curry, obviously playing at an insane level, insane efficiency. He's going to keep playing well. Man, don't sleep on my man Clay. Like,
He
yeah,
hasn't
he
played this.
may
He
be
hasn't, he
he
hasn't
may
played
not be
this spot.
putting up numbers that he did like pre-injuries, but he's improving. Then, yeah, he's improving. He's improving from the start of the season. He's putting up good, solid numbers, solid efficiency. Jordan Poole's had a good last couple games. He had a good, I think it was 30-point game when Steph Curry wasn't playing too great. But yeah, look, I have to stick with my guys. I think Wiggins is absolutely capable of limiting Tatum. I think Tatum will still have a really solid night, but I think Wiggins can limit him when it matters most. Jaylen Brown, I think, will have a big game. Um, yeah, Mr. Shrek, Daddy Al Horford. Everyone thinks he's the sexiest man alive. Like, I just I love the Celtics. They're a great team, but I have to ride out with my Golden State boys. So
Steph
I've got
Curry, Steph
Warriors,
Curry hasn't shot this many threes since he had Bogut hitting him those illegal screens.
and now he's got Draymond doing the same. Hey, Draymond's
Yeah,
he's been playing solid. Mister, I love
yeah.
LeBron James. Please marry me. Screw Savannah. Screw the James
LeBron
family. I
James,
want you to be my
Draymond
daddy.
Green, Draymond Green. Thanks for coming to my wedding, my king.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Draymond, man, he's crushing hard.
All
Screw the
right.
James can up the LeBron James Draymond. I ship them. I ship
So
them.
you got Warriors.
I have Warriors. Yes,
Sweet. All right. Well, that's our picks. We'll let you know next season. We're currently tied eight. No,
8-5.
what is
I
it?
think
8-5. Yeah.
both of us.
Mm. So this could be big.
This could be big.
Sweet. So we're going to move on to our last thing now. So the last thing is our starting lineups, but this is going to be drinks, drinks, non-alcoholic drinks. Drinks you drink every day. You know, it's that's just it.
It's
That's
just
just it.
any old drinks.
So
Just drinks.
so Dylan, you want to start us off? I'll give you the start us
You're
off.
gonna
We'll
give
go
me the
we'll go
first
from point
pick.
guard to shooting guard. We'll go point guard to
So we're gonna
center, and
try
then
do it
yeah.
position
Oh
right.
yeah, have you
Okay.
not got yours pre-positioned?
I've just got options. I'm just
All
gonna
right,
try
ready?
fit
You
it in.
go.
I think
You go.
I think this is an
Number one
obvious number
pick.
one pick. I'm taking water. I don't care what you say. It may taste boring, but you need water to live, man. You need to stay hydrated, and water's the best way to
Nah,
do that.
that's okay. I agree with
It's a good
What
solid
is like the
player.
Kawhi? It's like the Kawhi. It's boring,
It's
but
like
it
the
gets the
boring
job
pick of the
done.
drinks, but it gets
Gets
the
the
job
job done.
done. It keeps you healthy and hydrated. It's available pretty much anywhere you go. You could I could walk out right now and go get a cup of water if I wanted to. I could I could go down to the lake. There's a bunch of water there. Like, it's so available. It's a versatile player. I think it's a pretty obvious number one pick here.
Sweet. I'm going in a different route for a point guard. You want something, not too big, energetic, give versatile and can give you the energy you need to, to run your offense. So that's why my number one pick is the Green V.
Hey, no free
Oh fuck.
advertising
Oh
here,
no,
brother.
I broke it. I broke it.
No free
Oh,
advertising, bro.
oh yeah. No, it's
Ronnie
called
will cut
Z,
that
not
out. He'll
V.
cut it out. He'll
Um,
cut it.
Sweet, V, it's very versatile, gives you the energy you want. You want someone energetic and versatile to run your offense, you know, very, very likable, very popular, can do it all. You know,
Is the blue V
there's
better? I think it's
oh
controversial.
no, that's a
You're a
horrible
big.
take.
I know
That's a
you're a big
horrible
green
take.
V lover, but I think
Horrible
most of
take.
the world will agree that blue's better.
Blue, no,
But hey, that's just my opinion.
blue V tastes like someone took a green V and they just like rubbed their armpit sweat into a towel and just rinsed it out in it. Like that's exactly how blue V tastes. But that's my number one pick for the
All right,
point
so
guard.
my two pick, I'm gonna go with my shooting guard. You need a shooter. You need a big performer here. So I'm taking Sprite, but specifically Sprite from McDonald's.
Oh, he's saying Sprite Cranberry for a second.
Nah, not Sprite cranberry. We can't even get that here. It's New Zealand, bro. But hey,
McDonald's Sprite burns
look,
the taste buds
McSpot.
off your tongue.
Yep, but hey,
That's how you
it
like it.
tastes damn good. Like, normal Sprite is it's okay, but when you put that in a McDonald's cup, oh my goodness, it's just insane.
Can bring any man to
It's
his
like
knees.
Metro Boomin on Heroes and Villains. Honestly, it's got to be some of the best soft drinks you've ever drank in your life. Like,
Mm,
you can't deny that it's a top tier performer. It's a Hall of Fame drink. So
yeah,
that's my second pick at
definitely.
shooting guard.
Um, Sweet. My my I might actually chat. change it. I might go for a different position here. Different position.
Not shooting guard.
Because this one is not my like next pick. Like it's not what I'd pick next. All right. So for my center, I'm picking Gatorade.
Okay,
Gatorade.
okay.
Big 1 liter bottles, big solid, exactly what you need to anchor your defense, gives you all the skills. All you can use Gatorade in many different situations and it's always reliable. Many different times it saves you, keeps you hydrated. You might have a big night out, definitely not doing anything, definitely not drinking anything alcoholic, of course. But the next morning you might just like feel it, have a bit of a headache for some weird reason after you were out
Just
with your
wake up
friends,
with a headache.
and
Wake
you
up
might feel a
with
bit
some.
thirsty. Gatorade gives you all that, and it's just versatile. Gives you can use it in many situations. It's exactly what you need, anchoring your defense. Gatorade at the bloody center. The bottles are big and solid. You know,
I think I'm gonna with my next pick. I'm gonna go to my. I think I'm gonna go power forward, but I'm gonna go coffee. It may
ooh,
be a weird pick, but it's the same sort of thing with Gatorade. It really hits you hard. You drink that and it's boom, oh, like you're up and out. Especially if it's not much milk or just pure like dark black coffee. Like it really hits you like a truck. Gives you the mad shits. Like once you drink that, you'll be in the toilet for the rest of eternity, absolutely exploding your guts out. But hey, it gets you up, it gets you out there. It's a solid drink. Could really perform well. It's a big drink. It's a big
mm,
strong drink. So I think that's what I need at my power forward.
sweet. I'm gonna go for the intermediate just for small forward, and I'm gonna take Powerade
You
because
take you got that
it
duo, the
gives you
dynamic duo.
small forward. It gives you the best of both worlds. It's skinny and smaller than a Gatorade, which gives you the skills of a guard, but it also packs that punch of the variety that it gives you with Gatorade as the center position. It's the perfect intermediate between the two. Also great choice for any rough morning afters when you're definitely not doing anything involving drinking something that's not alcoholic, or maybe you need it when you're sweating too much, watching this podcast. It gives you the best of both worlds, and it's skinny, so it gives you those skill set of the big, but it can also be versatile and play the guard, which is like I think any small forward should have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I like that pick. I like it. I'll go with my small forward. I'm going with no free advertising, obviously, but I'm going with the Mother energy drink.
Oh,
It's a bit of a sleeper pick. I think
oh, that's
not
that's
many people
that's
not many people
controversial
know
for an
it.
energy
It
drink.
could be controversial. There's a lot of good energy drinks out there, but me personally, I I want Mother. Cheap, tastes good. May not be very good for you, but the taste of it just outweighs the pros outweigh the cons. It's a versatile energy drink. Can maybe you got a couple dollars in the pocket. I need something to give me a quick boost. Mother's there to help you out. It's a it's a solid energy drink. I feel like yeah, it's a pretty solid pick for small forward.
Shooting guard, I'm going to take Red Bull. Smaller cans have most energy, but even though they're smaller, pack an absolute punch, give you wings. Shooting guards, they should be able to shoot it, but they should give you those wings to, absolutely cock back some dunks. I feel like Red Bull gives you that lots of energy. Lots of variety. Like you know how many different things you can use Red Bull for, Dylan? Yeah, you can have a cheeky
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 Red Bull with
bit of
a totally
little bit of
non-alcoholic drink.
yeah, yep,
Yep.
definitely. Very versatile, very good energy boost. I think perfect for the small forward and the smaller cans they come in.
Yeah, yeah. I really don't know where I want what I want for my center. Um, I think there's two options here that I'm going down. Um, I'll I think I'm gonna take a protein shake. It's a bit of a weird pick for people that don't drink them, but if you do, it's a for someone like me that gyms and really takes my diet seriously. When you need your protein intake and the food's not cutting it, wham, scoop of protein and water, sink that down the hatch, and you're good. You got your protein intake for the day. You're sweet. Same sort of thing as coffee. It does make you shit your intestines out, but you just can't deny the upside of getting your protein intake in. It's very versatile. You can mix it with food, mix that with oats. Tasty. Mix it with a nice berry shake. Doesn't matter. It still tastes bloody good. It's a big chunky drink. You have to really, really give it a good shake. It's a big solid drink. But I think it's a solid pack for centre. That's what I need to round off my team.
For my power forward, I've got apple and orange juice like together, the mix one,
Ooh,
because
okay.
you know, very refreshing, brings you wide range of variety, and it's very cheap and gives you good output. Pretty healthy, very tasty. I can agree on. Most people, there's a big debate between apple and orange juice and which one's better, but I think everyone can agree that apple and orange juice is very good together. Some of the best juice you can get, very cheap, very cheap for large quantities. That's what you want in a power forward, but gives you good output. I think it's my perfect pick for the power forward, and that rounds
Okay.
out
Well,
that rounds up
those are our
my
teams.
yeah
Let us know who wins. It's
yeah
I think it's a solid draft. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my team. It might be a bit underrated and controversial, but
mm,
I think my team's pretty solid.
yeah. I think we might quickly we'll do another 4 minutes. I want to talk quickly about what we might do with something about bet of the week for basketball. So this is a segment where you watch us lose money, and hopefully you guys will lose money with us or gain money, depending. We're not giving any advice. But today, I don't know if you can agree with this, Don, but I just saw an absolute pick that just absolutely, I was straight away was just like, yes. And this was for 6 returns, boosted Giannis, Tatum, and Embiid scoring 30 plus or more each. I just thought that was kind of a no-brainer, especially, Embiid might be a little bit slower to get to that 30, as he usually has been a bit this season. But I think Giannis and Tatum, that's just light work for them, you
Yeah,
know.
see, I'm not big on the whole TAB. I will be soon. I still need to get my account verified. It's a struggle, but yeah, I don't have a bet, but that bet sounds like it's a winner. If you're making good returns, especially boosted odds, I think
Mm.
you can't go wrong with a bet like that.
Gamble responsibly, though.
Yes, please do gamble responsibly. Please do not lose your mortgage, lose your rent money, lose anything to gambling.
Too late.
It's just don't do it. Just don't do it
Don't do
unless
it.
you think it's a win. And then you didn't
Hey,
hear it
but
from me.
that's what everyone thinks it's a win. But gamble responsibly. Rani big on that clubhouse. Gamble responsibly. But
I think
yeah, that's the pick
it's
for the
one of
week.
our clubhouse mottos. Gamble
Let
responsibly.
us know if you want us to do something more around that. But I think that's all really for today. It's a bit shorter than last episode,
Yeah,
which
I
is
think
kind
that's
of better, short and sharp.
yeah, short and sharp, short straight to the point.
Yeah, definitely. Sweet. So I think that's all for this week. Thank you for watching. Let us know if obviously you can't if you're listening on Spotify, but on YouTube, Instagram, watching any of the clips, just let us know what you think, anything we should do, any recommendations, and we'll be happy to probably do it. Because it's probably best to know what the viewers want to see, probably helps us the most.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, thanks for support on the last one. It was pretty good. Loving it. We've grown pretty quick, you know. We're up
It's
to
only
like
upwards from here
almost
now.
40 followers on Instagram, and the posts are going off, so that's all we can really ask for.
Yeah,
But
it's good
yeah,
stuff. I'm pretty
yeah,
happy.
yeah. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
It's been real. We'll
Also,
see you next
yeah,
week.
leaving message SGA's top 10 and MVP. See
No,
you next
no, no,
week.
no, 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 no.
Good